What's going on, everybody? Scott here with a Team Fortress 2 gameplay video. Now you'll notice in the background I am running my normal scout loadout with the exception of no pistol. I'm using the Criticola and it is for a very specific reason. Against my better judgment, I know the weapon is very controversial. Some people will call you a noob if you use it. Other people think it's smart because it's just easy mini crits. I personally am not a big fan. I don't think I've actually used this thing since like 2013 or something. Usually just use the same thing every game. The scattergun, the pistol, and then I switched up from the normal horrible melee bat to the Boston Basher. And yes, I still hit myself quite frequently with it. Now, the reason I decided to run this weapon, I'll talk about in a few minutes. But before I get into that, I've been away from TF2 for a little bit. I've taken a break. Now, TF2 was the game I played the most over the past 4 years, and I was starting to get just a little bothered by stuff that was happening in the pubs and whatnot. So I took a break. It didn't hurt that another pew-pew shoot-'em-up game was out that was team-based, and it was new and it was fresh, and I tried it and I liked it. But you can never forget your first love. And TF2 is definitely my first love when it comes to an FPS game. And I'm pretty excited because word on the street, little birds chirping, everybody's telling me about this Neato update that's coming out, and it's supposed to be the be-all, end-all of TF2 updates. Now, apparently, Banny, the world-famous face of TF2, he knows some stuff. He can't release the stuff. There's no concrete evidence of what we're going to get, but speculation makes me believe that we're going to have the actual matchmaking in the game, no more beta, and TF2 will finally be the Valve-sponsored competitive monolith that it should have been for 9 years now. So a lot of people are saying that Valve, they're finally getting their shit together, putting matchmaking out to combat Overwatch that is just firing out of the gate. The game is doing amazing. It's like 10 million players or something. And Valve, they're probably worried they're going to lose some of that key money. So they're stepping it up, and no game deserves actual like TLC from the developer more than TF2. So with matchmaking, they're going to have to do quite a bit of changes to the game. People are saying that they're going to get like better netcode. They've already started dealing with hackers, and they're just going to make TF2 a better playing experience to bring people in that have never played before. So after having discussion with one of my friends, we were talking about what weapons really don't fit in matchmaking, and I'll be honest, I haven't touched the matchmaking beta since like the first month it was out. I thought it was horrible. There were hackers everywhere. There were people like 3 pyros on your team. It was basically a glorified pub. I've heard that it is a lot better. I plan on start playing the matchmaking beta as soon as possible. Actually, I'm trying to get people together so I don't have to play with a bunch of randoms, but I'm very excited to get back into TF2 head first. And with this video, you'll notice that I'm using the Criticola, which, like I said, I don't use this weapon. I don't like it. It takes 1.2 seconds to drink. I don't have a pistol in the loadout, so I can't take care of the mini sentry bastards that are all over cough maps these days. And it's just kind of a pain. You get a 25% boosted speed. You get mini crits for 8 seconds. But then on the flip side of that, you take 10% increased damage on any damage that you take in. So it's definitely, it's a decent weapon, if that's your thing. I'd much rather just use the regular scattergun. I'm pretty boring with my loadouts. Now the reason I'm using the Criticola is because there's speculation that some weapons are going to be changed or removed from matchmaking. Initially, Valve said they did not want to remove weapons. They didn't want to do whitelists. So they did a bunch of changes a couple months ago. That's when they changed the flog and everything like that. But there were still concerns about things like the quick fix, the Kritzkrieg, the Criticola, things that produce crits on their own or mini crits because random crits are turned off. Now this is, for a person that plays nothing but pubs, random crits and auto balance are the bane of my existence, and then mini sentries. But hopefully we won't see too many of those in 6s. So the fact that they're taking crits out of the game makes me extremely happy, but I do see the concerns that people have about mini crits. It is not really fair and balanced, and I can see why they want to take those out. So just discussing what they could possibly do to change this, if they're going to just turn the critical function off in matchmaking, or if they're going to change up everything. More than likely, they're just going to change it. That's what this big update is doing. And I was talking to Uncle Dane about it, actually, and he said I could quote him on this. He thinks that what they're going to do is take away the 25% extra speed and then make it so that the scout takes mini crits instead of the increased 10% damage, which would make sense. It would be even, it would be fair and balanced, and it would probably deter people from using the Criticola in the actual matchmaking mode. And I did have fun playing with the Criticola to an extent. It's not something that I would use on a regular basis, but it will be interesting to see what they do with it exactly when they do this gigantic Neato update. And today is Wednesday the 22nd. They did a preload update. It's like a update preparing an update. So a lot of people are saying that we're going to get this Neato update tomorrow. There's other people saying that it's not coming until July or August. And it's just very exciting because as someone who's played nothing but pubs, I've always just relied on playing for fun. I've never really cared for the whole competitive aspect of it. I would do well. I wouldn't try hard. I want to win when I play TF2. I don't see the point of going friendly heavy or, spy crab and stuff like that. And no judgment here. Do your thing. That's the beauty of the TF2 pubs. There's so many different types of players doing their thing in the pubs that it all just seems to work. But the fact that there's going to be a matchmaking that is actually ranked and they keep tabs of everything, that makes me extremely happy. So I'm looking forward to it. And I'm interested to see what else happens. Like there could be the Mayan update, which they're making assets for and everything like that. But I'm pretty hyped for it. And I'm just really, really hyped to be hyped about TF2 again. It's been so long. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Until next time, take it easy and peace.
Sweet.